Welcome to SensoFarm. SensoFarm is an AI-powered farming guidance that can be used by everyone who's interested in farming, either professional or amateurs. SensoFarm is a mobile application or a web application based on your use and powered by AI to helping farmers, either beginners or in farm enthusiasts, to learn, improve, and adapt to the new conditions of farming. SensoFarm is also free for all the users. What is our mission in SensoFarm? We want to empower anyone, anywhere to farm smarter with using our AI and with guiding them to farm like a professional farmer. What is the problem that we are addressing? First, lots of farming guidance are generic and not very professional, or not for a specific crop variety. Input costs are rising across the globe. Cost of fertilizer, cost of seed, cost of water. There are tons of water scarcity around the world, and also huge increase in cost of energy, especially in Europe and North America. Also, climate change make it hard for the farmers to continue their traditional approach, and some plants are not available to the certain region anymore. New plants and new crops are available, and farmers need to adapt. In sense of farm, we want to address this. Also, there is a barrier for beginners because farming it's not just a hobby; it can be a full-time job, and it needs to be done with exact data and making very tough decisions. What is our solution? We have an AI-powered app with personalized guidance or artificial intelligence get all the data that you can provide to it, the farmer can provide to it, to the app, then make the decision based on your exact situation. It's nothing generic, it's nothing comparable to like reading a book or using a website to learn. No, it's like a very strict consultant right in your phone. There's also AI chatbot that the farmer can ask question and get answered, and all the recommendations are tailored for the exact need of that farm and that exact crop. Also, in SensoFarm, we try to support organic and low input methods to help save the environments. Why we're doing this now and why it's the proper time to introduce SensoFarm. Climate change had serious effects on farming all across the world, and water shortage and rising input costs make farming not the most profitable jobs. Also, markets are recently very volatile. There are wars, there are tariffs, there are disruption in supply chain. We who live in Europe recently realized after the Russia invaded Ukraine how all the prices changed, especially in Baltic area, how lots of things could not be supplied easy like before. So this kind of situations needs to be addressed and farmers need to be prepared for it. Also, lots of people, especially young people, are becoming more interested in homesteading, in having their own farm and growing their own food, but they don't know how to do it. In SensoFarm, we want to address all these needs in one place as professional as possible. We want to bring an agricultural expert who knows all the data into everyone's phone who's interested in farming. How are we doing this? We're putting all the specific data, lots and lots of data, thousands of pages for each crop, into our AI model, and we train our AI based on this data. Then we give in global free access to our app. it would be free for the farmers. It is free and it would be free unless they use some premium features that I'm going to talk about. Then we're going to integrate real data. The app will ask the farmers to put data for soil, like soil quality, soil acidity, pH, uh, different nutrients, different minerals in the soil, everything. Then farmer also put how the farm is. Is it like an open field? Is it like a greenhouse? What kind of watering is using? Everything. After the app, the AI get all the data from the farmer, matching them with all the data it trains on, and give a step-by-step exact consultation to the farmer and like teaching them how to do the job, like a strict grandma who wants to teach someone how to cook. This is how SensoFarm AI work. These are some of the screenshots of the application. Uh, it shows like you can choose different crops based on your region. We offer different choice on crops. We're right now adding to the crops and adding data every day to the to train or AI model. You choose your location, then you get daily advices from the AI. What is the market size? Well, we know 10% of the world population work in agriculture sector, and it's huge. But agri-tech market that we are looking into is right now $40 billion. I mean, it's going to be $40 billion plus by 2030. And 2030 is just 4 years from now. This is a huge market and mostly untapped because lots of farms already not changed, like they're using old methods and they feeling the restraints, they are restrained under all this pressure of the things I already mentioned. So the market really needs new solutions in agri-tech. What is our value proposition? How our business model work? First, we give farmers free guidance all across the world. It doesn't matter. You're in Tallinn, in Tartu, in Vilnius, or some remote village in South Africa. It doesn't matter. You have free access to our app. It's gonna be free, stay free for the farmers, so we are waiting for mass adoption. We're not doing any serious advertisement yet, but still we have lots of returning customer, lots of farmers using our app on their day-to-day work. Then after we reach a certain amounts of users, we reach certain milestone, we gonna use partnership, business to business, like seed providers, fertilizer providers. We're gonna use them as our sponsors and integrate them into our app. Our app gonna give advice to the farmer to use a certain type of seed from certain providers. So it would be like a sponsorship model. Also, for users who have bigger farms, who want to plant more than one crops, we're going to introduce premium model, and they have to pay subscription monthly to use our app. Okay, so what is our go-to-market strategy? Right now, we focus on young farmers in EU, and the reason is there is lots of funds for young farmers in European Union. Lots of people receiving these funds, but they don't know how to use it and how to properly invest it. So governments across the EU, especially Baltics, are trying to teach those young people how to farm, but it's not enough. That's why lots of times these funds are just getting wasted. And the person who get the money to make a business and change his life or her life, they just becoming stranded and they owe money to banks, owe money, the government asks them to bring back the money or they just lost the money. And it's not a good position. And this is a very serious need for them to be able to learn how to plant certain crops. So our first focus here are young farmers in EU. Then the homesteaders, people who want to start farming from nothing. They were not farmers and they like ancestor or fathers, parents are not farmers. Then we're gonna reach to universities, NGO through partnership and reach more audience. Also, we have our apps, Android and or web app right now. We're gonna do digital marketing to introduce them to all the potential customers. Okay, there are competitions in the market, but uh, our app is very addressing a niche market, and most of the app addressing larger market without the depth, or they addressing a very certain thing. Like there are apps for identifying bugs, there are apps for sensors in the farm, but an app can address all of things like exact data, like reading the weather, reading the soil, be connected to sensors if needed, and farmers being able to chat with the app and like ask questions. This is not available any other app like that in the market. And you may ask, I've been asked these questions a lot. What's the difference between asking our app or asking ChatGPT? The difference is ChatGPT may be wrong and not giving exact answer. There are lots of non-correct data out there. Our app is learned based on, like trained based on exact data, like lots of scientific paper, Food and Drug Administration, United Nations organization, very exact data and correct version of data. So it can provide correct advice, and the user can count on that to bring the real result to their crop. What we achieved so far, we have more than 1,000 users in Android and more than 1,000 on our web app, which mostly are iOS user. We don't have the iOS app yet. We have more than 10 different plants, and around 100 variety of these plants are supported. We've been through pre-accelerator programs. We have our product launch and ready, and we are doing the marketing right now. We are also negotiating with accelerators and in angel investors to receive fundings. Also, we tested the app for around more than a year in a certain with certain farmers in Lithuania, in an area called Aukštadvaris. So we have feedback from real life farmers in Europe, which is very valuable to how our app work. What are our next steps? We have short, mid-term, and long-term steps. For right now, we're focusing on growing our active users and expand our outreach. For longer time, we are looking for adding more crops to the app. We're already doing it, but in a slower pace. But we're gonna make it faster and adding as much possible crops to the app. So our app would be support anything that the farmer wants to plant all across the globe. Also, we're working on our AI model. Our long-term plan is to make it to make SensoFarm a go-to brand across farming platforms and integrate IoT devices and satellite data to be able to provide exact advice for precision farming. Why we want to relocate to Estonia? Right now, the company located in Lithuania, but this is not a very, right now we're not in a very stable residency situation. And this startup in its current stage needs all the attention the founders can provide. So by focusing lots of our attention on our residency, we are missing the point. We are missing what we're here for. We want to be in a more stable environment. Also, Estonia has a proven records of all the benefits of a startup ecosystem, all the unicorns and investors, also digital government makes things easy, and we are already adapted to living in Baltics. So we passed that adaptation and we are ready to just work on a scaling or a startup. And we really think Estonia is a suitable place to scale our startup and becoming a unicorn, hopefully. Okay, who's our team? I am Iman. I have a PhD in agriculture. I started as a farmer, and then this idea came to me because I was struggling as a farmer, and I started SensoFarm. So Maya is an agriculture engineer, very brilliant woman, and she's adding data and making crops available to the AI, training AI. Parsa is our software developer, very talented mind, and doing most of the app's programming. We are really a super team, a blend of agriculture, business, and tech expertise. Okay, thank you so much for your attention, and I hope to see you in Tallinn. Yeah, thank you very much.